Well, hey there, first grade. So you just finished watching a video where we kind of manipulated some magnetic letters, we made some words, and we added a couple snap words. Well, now what we're going to work on is a word sort. And we did one of these earlier this week, but we were sorting long vowel and short vowel words. And so now we're going, oops, we don't want that screen. Now we're going to take a look at something a little bit different. So at the top of my board, I have these word parts: ain, ate, aim, and ache. So we're going to sort words today by word patterns. Now, you have a choice in how you want to do this. You can continue to watch me do it on the screen and I'll talk you through it. Or, if you would like a screen break, you can grab some Post-it notes, some index cards, some torn up paper, doesn't matter to me, and take a moment and pause the video right on the screen, and you can write these word parts on separate Post-its or note cards, and then write each word out on a separate note or postcard, index card, Post-it note, index card, and we're going to sort the words by the pattern that's in the word. Okay, so you can do that on your own and then check back and fast forward to the end of the video, and you can watch to see if you sorted correctly, or you can stay on and sort with me. I just wanted to give you the option. You can do either one. So the way we're going to sort, and I'm just going to continue for those of you who are listening and are with me, and then our friends who decided to do it independently, they'll come back and join us at the end. So the four word parts that I have at the top are ain, ate, aim, and ache. You'll notice that the thing they have in common, two things. They all have a long A at the very beginning. They also each have a silent E. The only difference in these words are these middle parts. The consonant is different in each word part. So we're going to take these words at the bottom and we're going to sort them into these four categories. And I'm going to warn you, there's a couple that we call troublemakers or tricksters or outliers. They don't belong. So we'll find those as we go along too. All right, let's take a look at this word. Any ideas? That was our brand new snap word. Yeah, it's the word came. So where do you think came belongs? Looking at these four categories that we can sort that word into, where do you think came belongs? Oh gosh, was drawing with my laser. Yeah, came goes right here. Came, aim. All we had to do was add a C onto aim to make came. All right, let's take a look at the next one. What's this word, guys? Ache. Cake. What do you think? Okay, yeah, it's going to go under the word part ache. Ache with a C at the beginning is cake. All right, let's grab a different one. How about this one? Yeah, let's see. Eight. Gate. We're going to sort that right into the 8 category. 8 with a G in front is gate. All right, let's grab a different one. How about this one? Can you read that one for me? Man. Huh. Well, can I put it in this category because it has some of the same letters? It has an A and an N, and this has an A and an N. No, I can't put those together. This is ain, not an. When we see that mysterious silent E, we know that A has to say its name. Ain. And this is man. Guys, Rashid put in a trickster. Let's get rid of that. All right, how about this one? Take. Where does that go? Yep. Goes over here under the ache column. I'm going to move some of these other words around. These screens are so small. If we wanted to change cake into take, all we would have to do is trade the letter C for the letter T. All right, let's look at this one. We've looked at this word before. It's cane. Good. Where does it belong? Yep, it belongs up in the ain category. When we put a C in front of ain, we get k, ain, cane. Good. All right, how about this one? So many words. What about this one? You know this one from kindergarten. Can. Well, first of all, does it have a long A? No. And we're only sorting long A words, so that should tell us something. It's closest to this word. But are can and cane, do they have the same pattern? Do they have the same word part at the end? They don't. Rashid, he likes to put sneaky things in here. We'll get rid of that. All right, how about the word plain? Where would we sort the word plain? Absolutely excellent. We're going to sort it over here with the word cane. We made this word earlier, right? We're going to take that pull sound and put it at the beginning of ain to make plain. Well, that would also tell me that if plain goes in that category, then plains goes in that category as well. Holy moly, look at that. Excellent. How about the word same? That was one of our new snap words. Yep, same and came both have that aim part. Excellent. All right, guys. We've gone over this word too. Make. What category does make go under? Yep, the ache category. If you've noticed, once we have this vowel or this word pattern down, this word chunk, this word part, whatever you want to call it, we can make lots of other words by just adding a new sound to the beginning. Kind of like we do in phonemic awareness. It's all connected. All right, how about this last word? This is the word plates. I think this is one of the trickier ones, guys, because none of these have an S on the end. Did you say that it goes with gate? You are right. It still has that A-T-E part in the word, just like gate. So if we added an S, I wonder if it'll let me do that. Let's try it. I'm learning so much about Jamboard. All right, let's see if it'll let me. Writing is so hard on the screen, but it did. It let me. All right, if I just added an S onto the end of gate, I've made gates, just like plates. All right, you did a wonderful job. I'm going to leave this up for a few seconds in case my friends coming back want to pause and check their work. But guys, you can use these these word patterns, these word parts, these word chunks to make lots and lots of other words while you're reading and writing. Okay? So as you're reading and writing this week, if you're reading, make sure you're looking for word parts and watching out for that sneaky silent E. And if you're writing, make sure you're really listening to the words that you're writing as you're saying them so that you know if you hear that long A, there's a good chance you're going to need to add a mysterious silent E to the end.